Hello guys, a very good warm evening to yourselves and welcome to tonight's flight as we're here with the 777LR fully maxed out. We've got the G90s, the F mods, we've got the nav and strobes, we've got wing textures, cockpit texture mod, you name it, we've got it here tonight. We're going to be doing a real world flight from Larnaca down to Malta. Now we would be using a 300 ER, but for some reason obviously the G90's separation on Playmaker is just a little bit too small for the 300's wingspan where they're meant to be connected. So we're going to take the 200, which is fully maxed out, as we take in for that lovely departure today. We're using Ortho4XP, we've got XP Realistic, we're also using the Reshade, and if you like the Reshade preset or anything that I've mentioned, then do drop into the Discord for the official channel, and the link will be down in the description. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, help us get to that 2k subscriber goal, and now we can get into the cockpit ready for our departure from Larnaca. Here we are now in the 777-200, lovely cockpit mod, ready for us to start our pre-flight checklist and get out ready for our departure today. So we've got our parking brake, which is set. Go over to the overhead now, put our battery on, which is checked. Primary flight computers auto guard closed. We've got our thrust asym compensation, which is auto checked. APU gen to on. We can put the APU gen switch to start. There, switch back to on. We've got the IFE pass seats, cab util. We've got left and right bus tyre switches, which are on. We've got the left and right generator control switches, which are on, with the backup left and right also on as well. Cockpit lights as required, so we can go in and get some of our lighting done. Okay, which is set. From there, emergency exit lights, which are armed and guarded. Left and right pack control switches are to auto, which is set. ADIRU can go on, which is checked, and FMC initial position. So we've got a quick align on, so that'll be done in 54 seconds. As we get the old aircraft all ready to go for our departure today. We should be coming in for a really nice, nearly dark arrival, but the lighting should be perfect for getting the wing view for the textures that we have today, which are absolutely fantastic. Outside, the wings are looking lovely. We've got the wing flex mod in as well. So this aircraft is fully maxed out, and I don't actually mind flying it, as it just has a different look to it now. The main thing was the engines. The engines looked old, and you know, it's self-explanatory. But now we've got the G90s in, for them cinematics, it looks really nice with the wing flex. So 4 seconds to go, we can go in and get the aircraft's positioning already, so that will pop up. Go to initial ref, we can put in Lima Charlie, Lima Kilo. I'm just going to grab it from here and we'll shove that in. We'll go to our routing now, Lima Charlie, Lima Kilo, and we're going to Lima Mike Mike Lima. On the departure route, we're going to be taking off from runway 04 on the charts, and we're going to be taking the Paphos 1 Delta. Okay, so we're getting to our arrival now, so we're going to be coming in for the ILS 13. We're going to transition off at Omba, so if we get up the charts, we can see that we are going to transition for Omba here, which is our initial approach fix for 3,000 feet, max 230. We'll swing a right turn, it should be a lovely view, and we'll get in the wing view as well. So, Omba's all set. Go to the route, we can activate that up. We go to our perf, we can request the perf. Reserves of 7, we've got a cruise altitude of 320. Thrust setting, we're going to do full takeoff and full climb. We can put on our V speeds as well. We're going to go for flaps 15, got 155, a 163 and a 171. And on the charts we are all set to go, so everything's all good there. The trim I'm just going to set myself, so we've got 171. Plus 15 will be a 186. arm the flight directors now as we get ready to go. We're going up for 320. By the time we make the turn off and around, so then get back up to Paphos, we'll be above 5,000 feet when we leave, so that should be all good for us. So we'll go back to our checklist now and we can go overhead. So window heats are on, which is checked. From there, we've then got the primary left and right hydraulic pumps, which are on, which are checked. The primary C1 and 2 electric hydraulic pumps are off, which are checked. Left C1 and C2 right demand hydraulic pump selectors are off, which are checked. No smoking seatbelt signs can go on, which are checked. EEC modes to auto or norm, which are checked. We can go overhead as well and get the cabin for the cargo temps all done. There we go, just set so we don't get any warning from that later on. Engine start selectors are norm, which are checked, and auto start can be set to on, which are also set. Lead forward fuel pump, which can go on, lights out. Anti-ice is required. Recirc fans can go on now, which are set. We'll set the flight deck temps to auto, and we'll keep it nice and cool. From there, we've got left and right pack control switches, which can go to auto, which are checked. We've got the left and right trim air switches, which are on, along with the left, center and right isolation valves, which are all on as well. From there, we've got the engine APU bleed, which can go on, and we'll get the pressurization and land altitude will be normal, so we don't need to pull on that. From there, the ATIS, which has already been received, we've got a QNH, which is of 1012. So we'll go set that. Okay. That will leave it at 1011. Time beam, which is all set. Okay, MCP speed, head and altitude is also set. 171. We head now on 041. And we're going for 320, which is checked. Flight directors are on, auto throttle checked, armed. LNAV and VNAV as required, flight instruments set, no flags. So we're all good to go there. I'll leave the LNAV until we go to takeoff. Transponder set test, aileron and rudder trim set to 0 units, and takeoff briefing is complete. So before we start checklist, we've got our doors which are closed, and we'll check on the door page so we can see our doors are closed, which are set. Ground equipment is disconnected. The right electric hydraulic demand pump is to auto, which is checked. Primary C1 and 2 electric hydraulic pumps to on, which are checked. Left electric hydraulic pump is to auto, which is checked. And C1 and C2 air demand hydraulic pumps to auto as well, which are checked and confirmed. Left and right fuel pumps can now go on. Passenger signs are on, beacon is on with the nav, and we can now go and test the recall. Okay, so that's just normal for what we're going to do. Engine area is clear. Secondary display unit can be the engine, and we'll just keep the engine up and loaded so we can just see as well. Engine start we will announce, and we are all ready to go. So we'll turn off the packs and we'll go for engine number 2. So we can see N2 is coming to life for engine number 2 now. Okay, there's 27. So I'm going to run the engine in, because if you tap it once and tap it again, it pretty much knocks it off. We didn't do the APU fire test or anything. Literally just going to get the aircraft all set up ready to go. So everything's all set there. As you'll get set, turn off the weather radar, etc. As number 2 comes to life. Start ignition selector is back to normal, so we'll go for engine number 1. Okay, so we can see N2 rising for engine number 1 now, and we'll go outside and watch the engine start up. Okay, so both engines are now back on and ready to go. So before taxi checklist, we can put the packs back on now, which are checked. Left and right generator switches lights off, which are checked. APU selector can now go off, which is checked. Engine start selectors are norm, which is also confirmed. Left and right pack control switches auto lights out. Left center right isolation valves auto lights off, which are checked. Engine bleeds on, lights off, and we'll turn off the APU bleed now, which is all good for us to go. Flaps we can set to flaps 15 now. Back in now, we can get everything all set. Flaps are down 15, set confirmed. Stabilizer trim, which we're going to set down for around 5.5, okay, which is set and checked. After that, we've got our flight controls, which are free and correct. Recall can now go on, okay, which is checked. Nothing coming up on that, which is fine. Low display unit can now go off, which is checked, and we are now all ready for taxi. So we are cleared to taxi, and we are going to taxi straight down from where we're going to depart out. So let's just lower down the heavy tab and we'll go to our taxi. So we're going to taxi straight down up onto Charlie, then we'll connect through Victor to spin around off of to uniform. We'll pass uniform 1, hold, we'll line up, and then we'll go off for a full blast off takeoff. So we're all set to go. Everything's all set now. We've got all lights and everything to go. We've got on some we'll keep the heating off. Okay, so we can turn the taxi lights on, tell the cabin that we are all ready to go. We'll bring the control column over, and we can release the brake and taxi on down to runway 04. So we'll open up the throttles a little. As we make this a left turn, should get some really nice flying today. As the 777s are modded out, so we've got everything in it, and should make do for a great arrival. We're using the Reshade, we've got XP Realistic, we've got Works, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and tap the bell so you never miss a flight again. So I'll let you hear a little bit of the engines now. That'll power up just so you can get a little listen before we really do go, as we are quite heavy today. So we've got 37 tons we had on board. We only need around 25, 27, something like that, so just put some extra in. We're taxiing on down now. We can get the terrain on. Okay, 20 knots is max, so we'll just cut off now. make a right hand turn in. Then swing into the left. So before takeoff checklist. As we enter onto the runway and swing off the uniform 1, we'll get our parking brake, which will be set, cabin lights as required, flight instruments are checked, get our takeoff data, which is V1, rotate, and V2. V2 is 171 plus 15, be 185. Okay, as we climb through, activate the LNAV. Obviously we're not on the intercept heading, as we need to align out. So the cabin crew prepare for departure. Auto brake and go to RTO. Okay, so we are all set now, ready for our departure out of the runway. There we go ahead and put our strobes which are on, logo, wing, landing lights can stay off for the time being as we hit the runway turn-offs. And then we can go and line up for the runway. So we'll just take a break, swing it right. Okay, so we're all ready to go now. So parking brake is set, everything's all set, ready to go. Put on the landing lights now, and release the brakes up to 40%. And tow go. Forward pressure on the yoke. Airspeed alive. Eighty knots. Throttle hold. Checked. Hey, 100 knots. Turn the yoke to neutral. Rotate. V2. Positive rate. You're up. Okay, we just got up for 10 degrees. Let's just slowly pass through. And we can also go to flight level change. And we'll take that right hand turn. Speed up to flaps 5 as we come around the bend. You can see that the wind isn't very nice to us as we're coming round. Keeping into that right hand turn. And just lift up now. Ready to go to flaps 5. So, continue going up now. 230. As we follow the right hand turn. And we go to 25 degrees. Also go to flaps 5 now. Passing through 3000. Passenger signs are on, auto brakes on for after takeoff checklist. We can get positive ramp climb was done, auto brakes off, gears are up, no lights, taxi lights are off, cabin lights is required. And for the climb out checklist will be autopilot engaged. Passing TA transition level, we've got the QNH back over to standard, TARE is on now. Radios are set. And we get the VRs onto. There we go. So, as we now follow out onto the 261, just leaving off on the SID, ready to hit Nordy, then we're going to make a left turn, go to Vetting. So, I'll see you guys when we get back for the top of descent. Back to the flight deck as we are going to get ready to go into our top of descent. Got the MCP altitude set for 3,000 feet. When we do come in for the localizer, there's a few things that we can do to get the aircraft set up for the arrival down. So, as we can see, we're just going to get up the approach. So we're going to come in for 3,000 feet at on-button, which will be max 230, where we'll then join in. Make a right turn, I'm not going to put a hold in or anything, and basically make that right turn to the right and get ready to come down. So top of descent, we should see the vertical deviation come in. We can just confirm that the localizer and everything's all set and checked. So now there's the localizer, which will be 109.7, which is set and correct. We've got it at 29 miles, currently heading down on to 275. Okay, so there's the top of descent now. Can open up the speed brakes. slow the aircraft down. As it passes through 310. So we've got a few things to get done before we come down. We'll see 3000 when we come in, we're going to be on 132. Come down with 3 degree glide path, which is 2.92, and 4-hour V speeds, well not V speeds but approach speeds. Flaps that 168. And hit it. Take the speed brakes out now. I've just got a little bit of turbulence. Passing through flight 300, got 455 on the barrow. Which is Q&H passing through flight level 290. We go to our descent checklist now as we get the aircraft ready to come in for the arrival. So on our descent we have got our anti-ice which is on and checked. Landing altitude is checked, we can check that out now. So landing altitude is 297 and runway 13 is 297, so 297, which is set. We've got 455, we've got 460 set on the barrows. We can go in. The ILS is the 109.7, and we've got 132 degree course, which is checked. Radio altitude barrows is set and checked. Auto brake as required, so we'll go for max auto brake here because I want to stop just before, so that we can turn off here over at Delta and then come in, which should be all good for us. If we can make it down in for the high speed 10 off of Foxtrot, then we will. If not, we'll just turn off a Delta and get off there, which is all good for us to come in. So the 132 for runway 13. We're currently on the 275. Once leaving Goddard, we'll then turn on to the 280. So we are all set to go. Altimeters reset to a local once we are passing transition altitude. Okay. So we are all set now, so we've got trans level, flight level 70. So getting pre-armoured. Okay, 1014, which is set, auto brake set to max. Landing lights can go on for our speed to 50 below 10,000 feet, so we're just currently coming in now for 26,000. Then we're going to come in and we're going to hit Bomba as we pass over the airport. So we'll come straight over the airport and then hit Bomba, which is right here, 3,000. So, go ahead and have a look. You can see that we've got Omba there. We've got hold at Omba. Leg distance is to be 600 miles. The left-hand turns. Okay, inbound. Okay, inbound, we get a 042 and on the left-hand turns. Okay. Execute that up. So if we go in and have a look now, you can see on plan, we've just put in the hold for the arrival. And then we're going to come down to NEDOX, so we'll enter in left-hand turns and then we'll come out onto the 042. Ready to come to NEDOX and then we'll disappear down onto 132. So that's all set in there, so we've got the hold in to follow in for the arrival. And it should be a lovely arrival as well as we come in and the sun starts to set, passing through flight level 230 as we are now nearing to Malta and the aircraft is getting fully configured, ready to come down. gearing down now to Malta, passing flight level 210. As we come in, we've got our legs here, which are all set, and we come round, so the hole's in, as we already said, we're coming in 6 nautical miles. As we get up from the chart, we can see that 6 nautical miles, which is set in. We've got the inbound, which will be the 042, and we'll be doing left-hand turns, and we come in on the 222. So we're all set there, and ready to come in. Passing through flight level 200 now, on our way to lovely Malta. As the sun starts to set, we get ready to come in. So we'll see how the aircraft fares itself, as it's really, so we're going to have a really nice arrival. I'll make sure that we do a wing view of the arrival as well, which I'll do as a separate video to come in. Check the temperature now, coming down. 4. Have a look at everything here, have a look at our electrics. We are going to start hitting just a little bit of turbulence. Everything's all set there. We can see our cabin altitude and altitude 297, which is set. Passing through 19,000 feet now. Max will be 230, which will slow the aircraft down to. Now just coming into view, ready to come over. So for the approach, we have got everything all set and ready to go. Still passing 18,000. We're going to hit the hold, make a left turn, inbound it on the 042, and we can make that right turn at Nevek to turn into the 132. So cabin crew prepare for arrival. Lovely day, winds are okay as well. We've got just around 19 knot winds down in the airport. So it should be really nice for us to fly down. You can check out the bearing as well. So flight path angle is 2.4 to 2.5 on 1400 feet. Descent 275 on the ECAM speed, recon speed. Get ready to go. So lovely Malta in sight. As the sun starts to set, we get ready to come down into runway 13 for the ILS. So let's get everything all set and ready to go. Going to the navs, going to get the ILS course in, ready for us to set that. So for the approach checklist, we've got the altimeters, which are set and armed to 1014, which is check localized frequency, which is the 109.7 for the 132 degree course, which is set and confirmed 132 for 109.70. Lima Quebec, which you can see here, Lima Quebec 132 and 23 DME. From there we've got the approach, which we will check once we come round. So for now, that is as far as we will go, and passing under 10,000 feet, 250 on the speed, and landing lights can go on. So there's lovely Malta, there's the airport. We're going to just head over the airport, the top of it, and then swing it onto the hold, so then we can backtrack round. Through 15,600 feet. See a little boat just over the distance. And so yeah, winds are okay, around 20 knots. Should be okay with this aircraft. The aircraft is pretty big, coming up on 5 degrees now. As the aircraft's now descending through. And all ready to go. So all checklists are done. As we will get set to this lift load clouds and come in for the arrival. 10,000 feet. On for our next fix, which is Omba. We'll then head left onto 222, ready for the 042. So what we're going to do now is into 13,000, open up the speed window, ourselves the flaps up, it needs to be at 230 anyway. So then we'll drop our speed brakes open. Just as we hit the flaps up, we'll then drop into a flaps 1. That's in 250, 12,000 feet. Now make a lovely break for the clouds. Pass down to 2-3. Can now drop speed brakes in, which are armed, and we'll go down to flaps 1. As it needs to be at 230. By the time we get down to Omba, and as we are now passing over the airfield, the aircraft now gets down 4 to 3,000 feet. So on 10,000 now, can now put the landing lights on. Everything else can go on as we get configured. As we pass through 10,000, get ready for that lovely arrival down into sunny Malta. The engine's getting revved up as we get ready to come in. Flaps 1's out. It's just getting ready to go into the hold, 3,000 feet above. As we are ready to hit the hold, make that left turn around as we come in. So everything's all in. We've got the localizer, which is all set and armed. We can come down. We'll flip over the Q&H's. Got 1014, which is checked. Coming down onto the 279. We'll backtrack it for the 222. So we can now turn the anti-ice on, which is set. Passing through 7,009. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe guys. Help us get to that 2K subscriber goal. And make sure the bell's hit so you don't miss any future flights on the channel, as we're going to be testing out the 777 on quite a few flights, and we'll see how it goes, how it fares. Should be quite nice. So as we're getting everything all ready to go, we don't really need the floodlight on. Everything else is on, displays are all on, and we've got the floods. So we've got glare lights on now. Put the QNH is back over to 1014, which is set passing 6008. Currently just backtracking from the airport, 14 DME. So there's our 230 pretty much, and we're coming down for 3000 above. Okay, so we're going to go into that left hand turn now. Takes on to the 222. I'll make a left turn around, ready for us to come in. As soon as we turn around and exit off the hold, then we'll be all set for us to leave. As we just start to rise now under the clouds. So once the aircraft tips to around this point here, we'll then get into the hold and come round. Okay. So we're going to that left turn now. Passing through 5005. So now we're in the hold. The aircraft will come round onto the 042. Which is set. Over on the hold. Can get ready to exit the hold. Which is all set and ready to go. And now we'll carry on. Down to 3000 above. Ready for the arrival down into lovely Malta. So on for our approach checklist. Altimeters are set, which are checked. Our speed is 230 as we come under. Got our landing lights which are on. We can now turn our runway turn-offs on as well, which can now go on and set. Altimeters checked for 1014. Localizer frequency, which is the 109.7 for the 132 degree course. The approach will be armed, and then once the glide slope's aligned, we will then go for our gear down, flaps 15 once the glide slope comes to life, and then we'll get ready to come in. So as we now go dead straight on to come in for a Nevek, we'll exit the arm for the hold, so we should go direct to our next fix, which is just in front, and then we'll hit Nevok. As you can see, we are now in the hold, just ready to leave. And then we'll hit Rennet. On for our descent as well. So in our descent speed we have got 168, which is fine. There's the hold now exited. So flaps 30, 168 will be a 175. We'll probably have to backtrack around the airport. Now as we head down, ready to intercept for the 132. So I'm going to put a flight over change on, as I want to get down to 3000 to intercept for the glide slope. So, cabin crew prepare for arrival as we are all set and ready to go. So, carry on the rest of the approach checklist as we get down and intercept for the localizer. So, there's 3,000 feet, which is set. Currently track band inbound for the 042. There's the altitude hold, and we can have a look. Once we do come in, you see the glide slope starts at 8.5 DME, which is Nebit. Okay, so we're 13.7. Once we intercept for the localizer, and then we can get everything all set and ready to go. So, can arm the approach. Now we'll go down to a flaps 5. Which is checked. So we'll bring the flight controls over as we get ready to come in for lovely Malta on a lovely evening arrival tonight. So flaps 5 set and speeds 207. Okay, as the localizer moves over, we'll then line up with the runway. Wait for the glide slope as well to come in. So once the glide slope's aligned, we'll be ready to rock and roll. The glide slope will come under 1 magenta, and then we'll be all set. So we've got QNHs which is set for 104, which are cross-checked on either side. We've got the missed approach altitude, which is 3,000 feet, which is set. Coming down now on the 132. The localizer is active. We're just waiting for the glide slope to lock on. Auto brake set to max as we now get ready for our lovely arrival into Malta. Running through 8.5, 9.5 DME. 8.5 is when the localizer for the glide slope is going to come, so we can go flaps 15, go down. Gear down, green. We are all set and configured. So for the approach, our altimeter which is set, the localizer frequency which is checked, the localizer calls for 132 for 10970 which is checked, the approach is armed and the glide slope is aligned and geared down. Flaps are set. We're over for flaps 25 now. Over 170. Speed brake is armed, which is checked, and landing flaps will be set. So we'll go to flaps 30, which is 168. So very fast indeed. And for our landing checklist, we've got the go around altitude, which is set 3000. Runway turn of flights are on. Landing gear is down. Autopilot is required with auto thrust. So we are all now ready to come in. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the autopilot. And I'm going to disconnect the auto throttle. Now I have full control of the aircraft. So keeping it nice and stable now as we come down onto the glide slope. Ready to go. Turn on takeoff inhibit for the override. So everything's all set. Landing gears down. Landing flaps are set. Coming in nice and steady for the glide slope. stable now. Okay, throttle up. Okay, speed brakes are up. And reversers are active. Okay, reversers can go back in. Can actually turn on and get the aircraft all off the high speed. So there we are, guys, down in Malta. So let's get ready now to taxi off of the gate and then get ready to come round into the terminal just in front of us. And there we are, down in lovely Malta. So we'll spin her in, get the strobes off and everything, and now what we can do, guys, is we'll go to our landing cinematics. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys when we get back for our taxi to the gate. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. And there we are, guys, down in Malta for the flight of the evening with the 777 MAX Mod 200. Don't forget to like and subscribe, help us get to our 2K subscriber goal. You have a great evening, and I'll see you guys very soon for the next flight on the channel. So, take care for now, guys. Bye-bye.